Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mr. Hino with Mr. Hino's LEGORobotics. Today's video is going to be what do I look for in an FLL team person, student, and it's just one of those things where I'm giving you kind of an insight on what I'm looking for. And for students, this is hopefully what the coaches are looking for when you're trying out for an FLL team or you're hoping to be on an FLL team. So I'm just kind of giving you the things that I look for. Now I have a few disclaimers. I have one disclaimer that a student can always change. So if you see a student one way, coaches, there's nothing that says they can't change and become a better, FLL student. And the second disclaimer is that it's just something that I look for. Coaches, you might have something different and that's totally fine. But this is just what I look for. And so you can kind of tell me in the comment sections whether you agree or disagree. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I look for is an independent student, one who doesn't need me to do a lot of hand holding, a lot of super directed instruction. I'm looking for students that can basically take the ball and run with it. They're kind of the student that just says, you know what, I'm gonna do what I think is necessary to get the job done. And if, like the FLL core value says, if they have issues that they need me to, bounce ideas off of, I can maybe help them, but they're not looking for me to do everything for them, which obviously in FLL, you necessarily can't do that. So I'm looking for a student that is super independent, one who just can come in, and we have our practices after school. Come in and just get started right away, not looking for a super amount of instruction. Okay, number two, I'm looking for problem solvers. You guys know in FLL that we're given a whole bunch of problems with the robot game, with the project, and the problem of how do I get along with other team members. So I'm looking for a problem solver that can basically go, I have this problem, I'm gonna sit down, I'm going to collaborate with my team members. I'm going to collaborate with my coach, and let's figure this out together. And, we can do it. That's kind of hopefully the motto I'm looking for in a student that, is a problem solver. I have a problem. I can figure this out. I just need the resources. I need the time. So that's another thing that I'm looking for, is a problem solver. Thirdly, I'm looking for a speaker. You guys know in FLL, 2/3 of the competition is speaking, communicating, telling the judges, how you built the robot, how you plan to solve the problem of your project, speaking on how do you and your team manage your time and core values, and how do you get along, and everything that is happening. Other than the robot game, you're having to speak and communicate clearly. So I'm looking for students that can not only speak up, but they can also explain things. Hey, how did you do that? And they can take the ball and run with it again. They can communicate. They don't leave out steps. So I'm looking for someone who can just give me everything that I'm looking for as far as questions, explanations, and making it in a way that I can understand it and, speaking clearly. The fourth thing I'm looking for is a person who can understand robotics, the programming, the building, how things work. I can just see in their mind how they can take on a problem, and they can use their knowledge of their parts and pieces and programming and basically show me that understanding, not only up here, but they can transfer it to the robot and make everything that they're supposed to happen. I'm also looking for builders. I'm looking for people who can take something, their parts and pieces, and we go back to the problem solving again, where they can figure out a mission and be able to build towards, accomplishing their goal. So they can take the pieces and figure out, no, that's not going to work. Let me try this. And so they can take the Lego EV3 parts and basically have the parts work for them, not necessarily them working everything out. And then lastly, I'm looking for people. I'm looking for people who can get along with others, that don't necessarily have to tell you what to do. They can take a step back and go, I can listen, I can follow instructions, I can follow directions. But mainly, I'm looking to get along. I'm looking to get along with whoever my teammates are. I'm not looking to direct people, and I'm not looking to point fingers. I'm looking for people that can just say, you know what, I can find my role within my team. So taking everything that I've given you, we can wrap that all up into, Mr. Hino, are you ever going to find somebody who covers everything that you've talked about? That's hard to do. What you're looking for is, hopefully in your team, you're looking for people who can cover a lot of these areas. So as far as, Mr. Hino, I'm a great programmer. I can work well with pieces, but I'm also looking for them to be able to, can you cut things out for our project? So I'm looking for people who, maybe they're not so strong in, being independent, but you know what? If you give me something, Mr. Hino, I can cut something out for a project board. I can get pieces for somebody. So not only, are we looking for all these things, but we're looking for people who are strong in certain areas so they can hopefully help other people on their team to become better. So, case in point, I've had some great students who were super programmers and they just needed help, being able to build things. They needed help seeing the things of our project. I've also had students who were not the greatest programmers, but man, could they visualize what they wanted to put on our project board. They were able to, beautifully handle being a team and doing their core values presentation. So no, don't look for a student that's great in everything. I mean, even that would be amazing. But see if you can find students who are good at certain aspects of what you want, and collectively as a team, put those people together so they can help, each other get better. And I think that's what the core value judges are looking for. They're looking for a team that's not necessarily good at everything, but their strengths have made their weaknesses become better. And as a team, they've collectively gotten better. Okay, so hopefully that helps you coaches out. Hopefully that helps you students out to kind of let you know what your FLL coaches are looking for. Okay, all right, guys. Hopefully you're still having a great FLL season into orbit. I don't know if you're done or not. Like us, we're over. But anyway, I am Mr. Hino from Mr. Hino's LEGORobotics. I'm out.
One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two.